Hands can be in Chin Mudra, Cha for Chitta meaning mind or consciousness. Jnana Mudra with the palms up is more of a, not more, but it's a different type of meditative mudra. Eyes are closed. Soft, deep breathing here, just as we allow ourselves to softly and slowly come into our practice. Allowing the mind and the thoughts to slow down. Experiencing that deeper breath. It's heart center. Sharing the Omkar chant 3 times. Take a breath in. Om. 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 Shanti, shanti, shanti. 3 times chant the Guru mantra. Take a breath in. Om Hrim Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Om Hrim Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Om Hrim Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Release the pose. And let's come into, let's go down on the mat. We'll do the pranayama, I think, at the end of class today. So let's begin on our backs, feet up in the air. Go ahead and put a blanket underneath your butt or your pants so that you can be comfortable. You're going to stay there for a bit. In this position. This is a really nice way to start warming up the ankles. If we tend to retain some liquid in our lower body, within the lymph node system, this is a really nice way to let gravity help. It doesn't matter if your knees are bent or straight. Have your hands down by your side for stability if that feels good. And then simply inhale, point the toes, and exhale. Feel a nice flexion. Bring the toes back towards your head. So go ahead on your own, slowly and mindfully. Let's flex and extend those ankles. Feeling a nice pull in the calf muscle. And then a shortening here in the muscle by the shin bone. This is also a nice way to be aware of the core muscles. It's holding our legs in place and the hip flexors. Do 2 more. Then let's all meet with our toes pointed for ankle rotations. Inhale to the right. At the bottom, exhale and go to the left. And continue on your own, maybe 4 rotations on each side. It's important here that the knees don't move. They stay nice and stable. All the muscular contraction and movement is in the calf and shin. And then 4 or 5 rotations on the left. Slowly with your breath, that's the yoga component, harmonizing movement with breath. That helps to slow down the brain activity and bring you more into a nice rest and relaxation experience. Just stay here in a neutral position. We're going to bend both knees. As we inhale, we bend the knees, bring the heels towards the buttocks. Exhale, extend down. Go ahead on your own. Let's do it 5 times. Here it's nice to notice if you're able to keep a nice straight line between your ankle, knee, and hip in terms of staying in the plane, the same plane. That your knees or your hips don't widen or come closer together as you do this position. I'll do one more and then I'll meet you at the top. And let's come into happy baby pose. Bend the knees. If you can grab your big toe. That's not within your grasp. You can hang on behind your thighs or the calf or the ankle. And stay here. Just feel a nice opening through that. Stay here for a longer count. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Exhale into a full stratum, straightening the knees. Hold here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, let's bring those legs together. You're both pointing up toward the sky. Feeling a nice stretch through the lower back as we relax the hips down to the mat. Even if you have to release where you're hanging onto your legs, so that you can feel that your tailbone is on the mat. The whole spine is being supported right now by As you exhale, bend the knees, and let's extend both legs down. Bringing focus now to the hips a little bit more. Activate both legs so that from the hip to the knee to the toes, you have a nice straight line. Left leg will stay where it is. On a pelvic tilt, we're going to bring the right knee towards the chest. So all together, take a breath in. Exhale, feel that contraction, tilt, now float the knee towards the chest. Take your hands and hold the knee a little closer to the chest. Relax the shoulders, relax the neck. Do your best to relax the hips so that there is movement of that thigh bone, the femur, within the pelvis, rather than simply lifting the pelvis off the mat. Hold here. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Take the right foot and let's bring it on top of the left thigh, allowing the right knee to fall down to the mat. It's important here not to let the left leg fall out to the side. Hold here. The nice opening through the psoas and the hip flexors, opening up that hip. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Right foot places on the inside of your left thigh by the knee. Getting ready for its final twist here. Open up the arms to the sides, arms up. As you exhale, roll over that left hip. Now that right foot can stay behind, on top, or in front of your left leg, whatever is comfortable. We're just slowly warming up the hips and now the lower back, middle and upper back are in play. Remember, if we have a hard time bringing that right shoulder blade down the mat, you simply bring movement to the right arm. As you inhale, you bring the right arm up over your head, keeping the back or the back of the hand or the fingers on the ground. And as you exhale, you slowly extend the arm back and down to the inhale, you bring it up. Always maintaining contact with the fingers as best you can on the mat. And exhale. You can continue this movement or stay in a nice quiet position. We'll count down from 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's use the pelvic tilt again. Take a breath in. Exhale, contract, tilt, and go back to center. Right foot is on the inside of your left leg on the mat. And now we simply come into a supine tree pose and let that right knee fall down to the mat. It may or may not touch, no big deal. Put your hands on your hip points and just see if your right hip lifted a little bit, bring it back up. Square up your hips. Left leg, hold that integrity of hip, knee, and toes all pointing up towards the sky. Your arms, let's extend them overhead, palms up. Back the hands resting on the mat. Feeling nice and long stretch for the whole torso. Hold here. Four, 3, 2, and 1. For stability, bring your hands back down, next to your hips, palms down. And if you exhale, extend that right leg down the mat. Keep the right leg active. Using the pelvic tilt to bring the left knee towards the chest. Take a breath in. Exhale, feel the contraction, feel the tilt, and now float that knee towards the chest. Take your hands to your knee and bring that left knee a little closer to your chest if you can. You relax the buttocks, allowing that thigh bone to rotate within the pelvis so that that's where you feel the stretch. As you exhale, release tension to the lower back. Or if you hold tension in your neck or shoulders, relax there. Hold here. These are all very simple movements, but they have pretty deep and intense results in the body. Let's hold for 8, 7, 6, 5, 3, 2, and 1. Left ankle now comes on top of the right thigh, somewhere between the knee and the hip point, and allow the left knee to fall towards the mat. If you're feeling really nice and stable here, you can extend your arms out to the sides, palms up. Relax the lower back. If you're feeling tension in the hip, you have a tendency to arch the back to relieve that tension. Try and relax the lower back down towards the mat. Allow the shoulders to sink into the neck. Hold here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Left foot now comes on the inside of your right leg. A modified tree pose, but we won't stay here. We'll let that left foot come on the ground as we do a spinal twist to the right. So as you exhale, roll over the right hip. The left foot can be in front of or on top of your right leg, wherever it's comfortable. You look to the left to facilitate the twist of the upper spine. Relax into the pose. If you find it helpful, you can find movement in the left arm, like we do with the right, to relieve tension in the pectoral muscle and the upper spine. We'll count down from 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming back to center, take a breath in, exhale, contract, feel that small little tilt, roll back. Left foot is on the inside of your right leg. Now coming into the supine tree pose, allow the left knee to fall to the mat. Take your hands to your hips, make sure they're still squared off. And then extend the arms up and overhead, arms up, resting behind you. And then hold for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower your hands back down to your hips, palms down. As you exhale, extend that left leg down. From here, let's do a nice little sit up. So legs are slightly apart. Flex the ankle. That's going to start giving you awareness of the lower leg and the hip flexion. Remember, we sort of peel the upper body off the mat as we come up on and exhale. So inhale the arms up towards the sky and then release them down behind your head. We initiate with a nice pelvic tilt. So take a breath in. Exhale, contract. Feel the tilt. Lift the hands up. curl your back, tuck your chin as you come up. Like sit up. Ending up in Dandasana, extend the arms up overhead. Relax the shoulders down, you're in Dandasana. And relax it and stop. All right, with that, let's come into a small stretch. Not too long, just a small stretch. Maybe 3 feet apart. Nice, easy forward fold to the left, to the right, and to the middle. So as we're sitting here, it's important that you feel that your hips are a little bit forward. Let me show you on the side. So here, if you look at my back, it's a little rounded. Look how I've introduced a little bit of an arch, and it causes a slight rotation here so that I can go further forward. If I have a curve in the lower back, there's no place to go forward because you have to find that rotation in the thigh bone within the pelvis. So if that's not yet within your practice, put a little blanket or a pillow underneath your butt, seat bones, so that you can really enjoy this. All right, we're in position. Let's turn our torso to the left, hands on either side of the left knee. Take a quick look at both legs. Nice line from toe to knee to hip. Roll the toes up and back to really elongate the back. And then you exhale, walk your hands forward halfway, wherever halfway is. Root through that right hip. Feel that your right buttocks is still on the ground. Hold here. We're only going halfway. Let's stay here for a really nice slow count. Of 8. 7. 6. 4. 3. 2. And 1. To come up, use your hands for support, inhale, come up. Face forward to let everything reset. So a lot of times when we are recovering from an injury, we need to compensate on our uninjured side, which means those muscle fibers, they become a little shortened and contracted because they have to take more of a weight load over time. So it's nice to introduce a really soft stretching and lengthening routine as part of your physical therapy, not only to strengthen the recovering injury, but also to lengthen the other side of the body that has been compensating for weeks. So this is a nice introduction into that. All right, let's turn the torso to the right, hands on either side of the knee, roll the shoulders up and back. As you exhale, simply walk your fingers forward. Root through that left hip. Come down wherever halfway is today. And then relax here. Just let whatever happen is going to happen. Slow the breath. And let's stay here for 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2, and 1. Use your hands for support. Inhale. Come up. Face forward. Okay, nice, easy forward fold. So how do we know how far to go down? Ideally, we try and keep our back nice and long. There still will be a bit of a curve in the lower back. That's normal. It's supposed to be there. That's the formation of your spine. But when you start to round the shoulders in a more exaggerated manner to go down, the only thing that is going down is the head, but you're not really bringing the torso any further. So that's where you stop. That's where you are today. All right. So let's bring our hands in front of us. Put the shoulders up and back. We feel the lengthening of our spine right now. As you exhale, walk forward, no matter where that is. Once you feel that the only way to get down is to drop the head and round the shoulders, that's your point. So let's just stay there. And the longer we stay here, you get that little minute feeling of relaxation, and you might just feel 1 millimeter more of lengthening. Sometimes you just feel it in the movement of your skin against your clothes, but there is that little feeling of relaxation. And that's what we're looking for. And let's stay here for 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Use your hands for support. Inhale, come up. At the top, just stay here. Let everything reset. And relax. Let's bring our legs together. So again, we're talking about how the body compensates when we've had an injury. We also will feel an imbalance in the spine when we've had an injury for a couple of weeks. So it's nice to do some spinal twists. We'll do the twists with our legs straight, so we don't have to worry about knees and ankles and hips right now. But what's important here is when you do the twist to the right or the left, is that you try and keep your hips neutral. There's a tendency to move the leg a little bit in the twist. Then you're not twisting. Then you're just moving the hip move, the hip joint, okay? So both legs are in front of us. Let's take the left arm and just bring it, the left hand to the right hip. Sit up straight, extend the right arm to the sides and open the right palm. Inhale the right arm up overhead. This is the spinal twist to the right. Take a breath in, stretch up through the fingertips, and to exhale, find that twist. Resist that urge to let the left leg move. Take another breath in, and as you exhale, bring the right arm behind you. Look over that right shoulder. Feel the twist in the waist, maybe all the way down to the hips. You can use this left arm for a little bit of leverage if you like. Take a look at your feet. They're still parallel to one another. And then look back over your right shoulder. Let's hold here. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, And one. To come out, stay in the twist. Simply release the right hand behind you and open the palm. Inhale the arm up behind you. Now as you exhale, come back to center and release. Opposite side, this will be the left leg. Take the right hand, cross it over to the left leg. Extend the left arm, open the palm. Inhale the left arm up, overhead. Relax your shoulders. Feel that you're nice and squared off. Inhale, grow tall through the fingertips. Feel that lightning up and then to exhale and twist. Inhale, grow tall. And exhale, release the left arm behind you. Look over the left shoulder. Try to relax your buttocks, any tension you hold in the hips, so that you're feeling the twist in the spine. Hold here. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 2, and 1. And release. Gently roll back onto your back, bringing your knees to your chest. With your hands underneath your chest and roll from side to side. And then let's come to center. Now you can choose to have your feet on the ground, or they can be up in the air as we do some pelvic tilts. Then we're just going to be working on mobility of the pelvis, the lower back, and also strengthening the core here. So depending if you can put your feet on the ground or not, they can be there, or they can be up in the air like this. Put your hands underneath your head. You can choose to lift your head off the mat, or if that is a lot of strain on the neck, then keep your head down on the neck. Let's do some pelvic tilts. 10 reps. Let's begin. Inhale, relax. Exhale, feel the contraction, feel the tilt. Inhale, relax. Exhale, contract, feel the tilt. Inhale. Exhale, contract. Inhale. Exhale, contract. Inhale. Exhale, contract, tilt. Inhale. Exhale, contract, tilt. Inhale. Exhale, contract, tilt. Inhale. Exhale, contract. Let's do 2 more. Inhale. Exhale, contract, tilt. Inhale. Exhale, contract, tilt, and release. Extend the legs down the mat, release your hands. These are really great ways, these little pelvic tilt exercises to find mobility, but also to strengthen the core. Let's turn over and come onto all fours for a little bit of cow and cat action. Again, in this position, we really can feel how nicely the lower back moves and the whole spine underlines. So we're in position. Let's inhale, look up. And exhale, very mindfully find that curve in the back, tucking the chin. Inhale. And inhale. And let's do 2 more. Inhale. Coming to a neutral position. a nice little thread the needle, right arm. Inhale, you bring it up overhead. Exhale, you thread the needle. Hold here. Now the full spine into the beautiful twist. And we're also able to bring a little bit more mobility to the shoulder and the neck. Let's hold here for 8, 7, 8, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, come back to center. Opposite side. Inhale, bring the left arm up. And if we exhale, find that nice twist. Right, enjoy this position. Counting down. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, let's come back to center. And as you exhale, if you can, back into child's pose. Or if this isn't possible, you can always come into puppy pose, where you try to bring your chest down, the butt stays up. That way you're not putting any pressure on your feet or ankles. And then let's come to a seated position. So whatever's comfortable for you now, whether it's Dandasana, a slight straddle, looking across your legs. Let's work on some loosening and mobility of the shoulders. So bring your hands out to the sides, palms down, roll the shoulders up and back. From here, open the palms. Simply inhale, arms up. And exhale. Continue. I know this seems really simple, but do your best to lower the shoulders as you extend the arms up. And then exhale down. Bring awareness to the shoulder blades as you try and let them travel down the spine. That's what's going to relax the shoulders and the neck. Let's do 2 more. Sometimes we carry tension in the neck, which causes the nerves to be pinched. It's actually hard to lift your arm up and down in it. Last one. And let's bring our arms into scarecrow position, palms facing forward. Yeah, this is really nice to start relieving any tension in the upper back, but also to understand which muscles we need and which ones we don't to move the shoulders. As you inhale, you bring your elbows and hands in front of you to meet. As you exhale, you open up. So nice and slow, continue and think about lowering the shoulders so they're not up by your ears. And doing your best to keep your spine in a neutral position as you do. Sometimes as we start this movement, it's easier to do against a wall. We have to have that support so we know where our spine is. If we're not used to sitting up without the support of a chair or something. Let's do 2 more. Last one. Stay here at scarecrow, and now inhale, bring the palms behind you, and exhale up. This is really great. Internal and external rotation. Go ahead and start on your own. There's a tendency when we lose the rotation in the shoulder to let the shoulders come up to our ear in order to achieve the rotation. Resist that temptation. Do a few more. If you're feeling some tension in the deltoids, upper shoulder here, to hold this position of your arm, transfer your mental focus down the spine, towards the middle spine and the lower spine. That little mental focus relieves the tension there. All right, go ahead and relax. Shake it out a little bit. Your arm. Now let's sit up and we'll simply move our neck. Inhale, we stay at the center. And exhale, simply turn your gaze to the right. Inhale, come back to center. And exhale, left. All right, on your own, nice and slow. The goal here is neutral spine, neutral shoulders. I know these seem like really slow movements, but it's a challenge for some of us personalities to go slow, first of all. So it's a wonderful mental exercise. But also, it's really wonderful for the body to have that conscious awareness of every movement we make. And sometimes it's only in a yoga class that we give ourselves permission to go through these slow movements. All right, one more time to each side. Last one, inhale the breath. Again, the goal is to keep the spine neutral. The shoulders relaxed. Only go as far as you can without compromising that neutrality. Inhale up. And it. Two more. And then come back to neutral. Right on. This is called Kaya Kriya. We've done it before, many years ago. It's the harmonization of your breath, the three-part breath, where as you inhale, first you feel the belly poop out, then you feel your rib cage expand out to the side, and finally you feel a little subtle movement of the upper chest as it moves up as you finish the inhale. That means we're bringing air into the lower, the middle, and the upper lobes of the lungs. At the same time, we're moving in opposite directions, from feet, arms, and head. So let's lay down in Savasana, but this time the palms are up. Just relax here first. And let's think about your deep breath. Go ahead and inhale normally. And just imagine beginning of the inhale, the lower lobe of the lungs expanding. As you get to the middle of your inhale, the middle lobe, and then end with the upper lobe. And think about how your belly, rib, and upper chest are moving. It doesn't have to be exaggerated. You sort of imagine that movement and start to feel. And when you exhale, the opposite happens. You feel the lungs, the ribs, and the belly inflate. Good. With that awareness, we're only going to move the feet right now. And as you inhale from the hip socket to the toes, bring the toes in towards one another. That's an inhale. As you exhale, you open up the whole leg and toe point to the outside. Inhale, the whole leg rotates inward. Exhale, it rotates out. Continue. The tension in your lower back. One more time. Now bring your legs together so that there's no movement. Arms are by your sides, palms up. This time, as we exhale, the whole arm from shoulder to hand and fingers is going to rotate inward. So you bring the palm down to your thigh. And as you inhale, you open up the whole arm so that the palms are facing up. Got it? So take a breath here first. As you exhale, go ahead, rotate the arm. Inhale. And exhale. Continue. Now, for those of you who can, it can isolate the rib breath, the intercostal breath, where only the rib cage expands. Go ahead and do so with the movement of your arms. If you're not there yet, if you don't yet have that awareness, just breathe on. Two more times. Relax here after your last inhale, ending with the palms up. Lastly, as we inhale, we let the head turn to the right. And as you exhale, the head turns to the left. All the way. So go ahead. Inhale to the right. And exhale. And for those who have this awareness, this is only the upper chest breath. So you feel the movement in the chest and the belly and rib cage very quiet. You can have it. Finish up and come to a neutral position. Putting all three together. Open up the legs just a little bit so there's room for the legs to move inward. Now remember, this is the interesting one. As you inhale, the toes come towards one another, but the hands are open and the head is to the right. As you exhale, head goes left, arms internally rotate so the palm is down, but the feet, the legs externally rotate and they're open. All right, so we've got this twisting motion going on in the whole body. That's really cool. So let's start in a neutral position. Feet are pointing up, palms are up, head is looking up towards the sky. Okay, ready? Let's begin. Inhale, feet in, hands stay where they are, turn the head to the right. Exhale, opposite, head left, arms down, feet open. Inhale, feet closed, arms open, head to the right. Exhale, turn the head left. In and open the feet. Got it? Okay, go ahead and Continue with the normal breath. For those of you who do have the awareness of three-part breath, think about belly, rib cage, upper chest in movement with the corresponding feet, arms, and head. But don't worry about it. If you don't yet have that awareness, just breathe normally as you bring movement to the body. Let's do it a few more times. You should cycle whatever you are in Savasana with arms open, head in neutral position, relax the leg. So this technique is called Kaya Kriya, which is about total body relaxation. And with that twisting movement in harmony with the breath, we're accessing that part of the central nervous system that promotes relaxation. Perfect time now to come into our production. Savasana is really important for recovering from injuries. It slows the heartbeat down. Through that internal relaxation, even your circulation becomes better with ease. It becomes more ease because any tension that you have internally in your veins and arteries is relaxing, so the blood flows easier. And that's all very important, that oxygenation for recovery from any kind of injury. So do not neglect yourself. Stay here for 5 minutes to really enjoy. So you're coming out. Mark. Which is removing tubing. Twisting from side to side as we begin to feel movement in the spine. From tailbone to the neck. Feeling movement in the belly, rib cage, with the chest and neck. Allowing the head to roll from side to side. And then all together, let's roll over to one side. Resting our head here on the bottom. And on an exhale, gently pushing up to a seated position. So, in our yoga session today, inhale, bringing hands to heart center. And sharing the Omkar chant one time. Take a breath in. Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Exhale and bow down to the teachers within. And inhale to let's open our eyes. Back in full awareness, ready for the day. Namaste. Have a great day. Have a good weekend. I may not see you Monday.